The start of a new year is an opportunity to work toward the life you really, really want. And for some, that can mean digging out of a deep, deep rut.
Yeah, one woman who understands that very well is Liz Moody, who overcame crippling anxiety and panic attacks about a decade ago. Now she's the host of the Liz Moody podcast and author of 100 Ways to Change Your Life. Hi, Liz.
Hi.
How are you?
I think a lot of people, when they feel themselves in the deep hole, just like you were in, are thinking there's no way I can claw myself out. So was it a big giant step? Was it baby steps? What did you do?
It was hundreds of teeny tiny steps.
Oh,
it was one little thing that I did one day, and then that led to the next thing the next day, and the next thing the next day. And I was really in a deep hole. I was having panic attacks whenever I got out of bed. I was in bed, bedbound 4 months because of my anxiety, and I will not stop talking about it now because now I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, and when I was laying there in my bed for months and months, I would look up stories of other people who had anxiety who are doing incredible things with their life now just to have that little sliver of hope. And I think that hope is the first tiny step.
And you don't call yourself healed. You just say it's practicing things every day that make you feel better, right?
I believe that wellness is a tool. It's not an end destination. We are not trying to be well. And sometimes in the pursuit of being well, achieving the state of wellness, we end up putting ourselves in a state of suffering. And I hate that. I don't think that that's ultimately our goal is to live our best lives. And so I'm using the tools that I've gathered over the years every single day to live my best life.
Let's talk tools, because I think people are wondering, like, she did something.
I did something.
So let's start with that. Let's start with one of your tools. You say figure out your why is really important.
Right. So when I was in bed, I couldn't get out of bed. I was having panic attacks. I've been a journalist for years by then, and I used the main resource that I had at the time, which was asking questions. So I emailed the world's biggest experts, people I had no right to email. This is another one of my life mottos: never be the one to say no to yourself. Always let somebody else say no to you, because some of these people did not reply, but some emailed me back. And I was able to put together all these different tools that I share in my book, 100 Ways to Change Your Life, that I share on my podcast. And one of the core philosophies is figure out your why. I think this is so important, especially in the new year, as we're trying to take on new habits and goals. And it might be because we saw somebody do it on Instagram, or because our friend is doing it, or because society tells us that if we lose a little bit of weight, we'll like ourselves more, we'll be liked by society more. And these aren't real whys. They're not going to resonate with us. They're not going to motivate us at all, and they're not going to be goals that we'll be able to stick to.
What's your why? So what was your why?
For me, having less anxiety was a huge why. So for instance, for me, I wasn't able to stick to a workout routine until I was well into my 30s. So there's hope for everybody out there. But when I was trying to work out and I was like, oh, I hate my thighs, I hate my cellulite, I could never make that stick because that wasn't a real why. But when I connected my workouts to feeling calmer all day long, to feeling less stressed, to sleeping better, to having more energy.
It's so smart.
All of a sudden, I was way more motivated.
Because it's about really taking care of yourself. And and when we're talking about fitness, one of the things you say, which I love, are micro workouts. Instead of creating some huge goal that feels lofty
that
and
you probably can't finish.
Well, and there's incredible research behind micro workouts. There's actually a study that pitted micro workouts, little increments of workouts. We're talking 5 squats. We're talking a walk around the block. We're talking putting on your favorite Taylor Swift song and dancing to it. But it pitted doing those for the same amount of cumulative time as a longer workout, and the micro workouts actually had more impact on your blood sugar levels, on your insulin. So they actually have really powerful benefits. And you're breaking up periods of being sedentary, and we know that being sedentary is one of the worst things that we can do.
One of the things we find in kids, especially, and in grown-ups, is how we eat. That determines our mood. So eating well is another one of your important tips.
It is, but I approach eating well in a little bit of a different way than I think a lot of people talk about it. I don't want you to deprive yourself. I want you to add things in. So one of my favorite rules in my book is to go for 30 plants a week. And the reason for this is that there's this incredible research out of the American Gut Project, and they found that the single greatest predictor of a healthy gut microbiome was the diversity of plants in your diet.
So how do you get 30's a lot?
It's actually not as many as you would think. So if you're making a pesto, for instance, you got your basil, that's a plant. You got your walnuts, you got your olive oil, you got your garlic, you got your lemon. That's 5 plants right there. You whip that up in a blender.
Oh, that's so true.
That's 5 plants. You put on your scrambled eggs.
Because we were talking about healthy guts yesterday, and that's what the the expert said, eat a range of food.
Yeah, and I think we are always, I mean, I worked as a journalist for years. I understand that we like to get behind, like, kale's the new superfood. We need headlines. We need blueberries, whatever. But it's actually all of the things, the diversity of it. And I like that because it's a little bit more forgiving, too. Because what if you don't like kale? What if you don't like blueberries?
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to just eat that. You are so brilliant, Liz. Thank you so much. I feel like your podcast and book are going to help so many people.
You've got to get this book. I love the title, too, 100 Ways to Change Your Life. You can get it at today.com/books. Liz, thank you so much. We're happy you came.